everyone, welcome back to Xamarin.Forms 101. I'm your host, Maddie Legere, and today I'm going to show you some tips and tricks for working with XAML inside of Visual Studio 2019 for Windows. Jumping right in, the first thing I want to show you is this Toolbox on the left here. So if you don't have the Toolbox tab, you can go to View, Toolbox, and it pops right up. And what the Toolbox does is it shows you a list of all the controls and layouts and cells that you can use inside of Xamarin.Forms XAML. So, for example, if I wanted to add a button to this page, I can just drag it from the Toolbox and it'll put it right there on a new line for me. It also includes snippets, so for a button it has something like text, so I can just go ahead and set that to high. So that's my list of controls, and then if I want to change some attributes on that control, I can go into my property panel over here. So the property panel is also in the View menu under Properties window. And I can search or I can just scroll through and find different properties that I can set on this button. So this is a really good way to discover things you might not know you can do in Xamarin.Forms, or just to edit things in the XAML without having to go into the code. So I can change my text to hello, and it'll update it right there in my XAML, and then I can go and I can, for example, set a background color with the color picker and change it to a nice purple. And I can see the preview, see my RGB values, and have the hex code put right in the XAML for me. So with using the Toolbox in the property panel, you can basically add a bunch of things to your page without having to write any XAML, which is pretty cool. But if I am in the XAML, and say, for example, I wanted to wrap these two buttons in a stack layout, all I have to do is highlight them, right-click, hit Surround With, or Control-K, Control-S is the shortcut, and then double-click Tag. And it defaults to grid, but I'll change it to stack layout right here. And you can see that without having to do any copy-pasting or deleting and moving tags, it really quickly wraps those two buttons in a stack layout for me. Now, you see I have a couple nested stack layouts here. And so if I minimize both of them, the name is actually the exact same. So maybe I don't know what level I'm on, and if I'm trying to clean up my XAML file while I work on another part, I'll get really confused. So I'm going to use something called XAML regions to help me organize this XAML file. All you have to do is open the tag, hit the pound sign, and then region, and then you can name it. So this is going to be my stack layout. And then at the end of this stack layout, I'll just do open tag end region. Hit save. It pops right up on the side with the little minimize button. So I click that and it minimizes. Instead of saying stack layout, it says my stack layout. So really, really good way to organize your XAML files when they get really unruly if you have a lot of nested elements. Finally, I can use a lot of the right-click actions that I am expecting to use in C# with XAML as well. So in C#, sometimes if you set something to a variable and you right-click, it gives you these quick actions and peek and go to definition. I have the same thing in XAML. So if I want to look at where this static resource is set, say that I want to change this color, all I have to do is hit F12 or right-click, go to definition, and it brings me to the XAML file in the line where that resource is set. So I can very easily edit it instead of just for that button for the whole app or for the whole page. So hopefully these tips and tricks help you be a little bit more productive in your day-to-day writing XAML and writing your Xamarin.Forms UIs. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe and see all the next Xamarin.Forms 101s we have for you. Thanks.
Hey, it's James, checking in on your Xamarin.Forms journey into mobile development. Don't forget to do all the things such as like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so you get all the latest episodes in your inbox. And while you're here, check out all these awesome Xamarin.Forms 101 videos right here. Get going now.